Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Saman Habibi, your real estate agent for the Durham region. Please follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Saman Habibi _real estate for Instagram and Saman Habibi _RE on Twitter. And if you'd like to talk about your personal situation, feel free to access my calendar link below where you can book a 15-minute call with me and we can talk about you and what your plans are with real estate. So in this video, we're going to be doing a quick market update as of late July 2022. We're going to be looking at some rental demand and rental data for the Durham region and Oshawa in specific. And then we're going to be talking about interest rates and what's happening with interest rates to see if there's any hope for the near future. So we're going to be focusing in on the Durham region, and we're going to take a look at Durham data from June to July, and then we'll take a look at what has happened to prices in terms of percentages. So I'm going to put up this chart for you guys to look at, and essentially we're going to be looking at all the different towns and municipalities in the Durham region, starting with Ajax and going all the way down to Whitby. So if we take a look at percentage change, essentially a lot of the towns and cities in the Durham region have all experienced a decline in price. I would say on average of 4 to 5%. If we focus in onto Oshawa, which is where a lot of investors are taking their attention, Oshawa is down 4%. So in June 2022, the median price was $771,000. It is now down to $740,000, which is down 4%. What I'm noticing in the market is that inventory is currently down, and that's because of the seasonality factor, the fact that we have we're going through the summer months, people are busy, people are on vacation, and we typically do see June and July to start to ramp down in terms of inventory coming to market, and we're definitely seeing the evidence of that now. What we can do is take a look at what's happening in terms of new listings. So if we take a look at this new chart over here, in terms of new listings, the peak for the last couple of months would have been February or May, but let's just take a look at the month of May since it's more recent. In May, in the city of Oshawa, there was 729 new listings. If we go to the month of June, it dropped down to 571 new listings. And now in July, although the month is incomplete, we're at 391 listings. And then if we subsequently look at the blue chart over here, the blue line, you can see that that's total sales, and we can see that total sales start to pull down as well. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was the number of days on market. So historically, we've been used to seeing homes sell within 5 to 7 days in market, but now because of what's happening in the market, that number has increased, and now it's taking around 15 to 20 days, somewhere in that range for the average properties to sell. So the message there is that if you're looking to sell a property, you need to be patient. You need to understand that it's taking a bit longer to sell these properties. And if you're not getting any action on your property, within the first week, the second week, that's okay, because that's what is happening in the market right now. All right, so now that we've talked about median prices and what's going on with prices, which is prices are coming down, let's focus on investment properties and what investors are doing with their properties. So I have another chart here, and what is really interesting to see in this chart is that ever since February, which was the peak of the market, we started noticing new listings for properties that are available for lease start to increase. So if we take a look at this chart over here, the orange bars on this chart, you start to see the incline, and that's essentially showing the number of new listings that came to market. So February was low, it started going up, and now we are starting to see the peak of new listings, new rental listings on the market. So in terms of numbers of new listings that are active out there for investors to look at, let's take a look at the chart over here. So in May, we had 90 new listings for lease. And then in the month of June, that jumped up to 220. and now in the month of July, that's up to 223. So we start to see the number of new listings for leases go up, which means inventory is coming down. As a result, as inventory comes up, there's more option for people to find rental properties. We should see prices of rentals going down, but that's in fact not true. What's promising here in the Durham region is the fact that although number of listings for rentals are going up, the median price for rentals is staying fairly consistent. So as of July 2022, the median lease property is going for a fair market rate of $2,600. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys about some bungalows and what's happening with bungalows in terms of the rentals. So I ran some data that I'll share with you guys, and in the month of July 2022, the median price for a main floor rental in a bungalow was approximately $2,400 a month. And the median price for a lower unit, which would be typically be a two bedroom, 1 bathroom unit, is around $1,800 a month. So still fairly promising because we're seeing prices for turnkey investment properties come down, but the rental rates are staying fairly consistent, which is a good sign for investors who have properties at the moment. Okay. So we've had a chance to talk about median prices and what's happening with prices. We've had a chance to speak about what's happening with listings and also rental rates. But what I want to do lastly is just talk about what's happening with interest rates when it comes to mortgages. So I have an article here that I'll share with you guys. And this article was published July 22nd of 2022. Bond yields plunge. What does this mean for fixed rate mortgages? And if we take a look at the article, bond yields which lead fixed mortgage rates fell to 2.84% on Friday, down from 3.1%, which was the high in mid-June. So essentially what's happening is that when we look at the 5-year bond yields, which determine what fixed rates are going to be for mortgages, we're starting to see that number come down. And that as a result should have an impact on fixed mortgages. And if bond yields are under 3%, then that means that all the major banks should be able to offer lower interest rates on their fixed rates. So on this article, we're also able to see what the projections are, what the target rates are for the end of 2022 and for the end of 2023. So as you can see, we have BMO, CIBC, NBC, RBC, Scotia, and TD, and they're all essentially expecting a target rate to be around 3.25% to 3.5%, and that's fairly consistent from 2022 to 2023, with RBC projecting their target rate to be around 3%. So it looks like there may be some hope here in interest rates coming down slightly for fixed rates, which is a signal to keep an eye out for. You really want to keep an eye out on the 5-year bond rates to see in what direction they're moving. If we take a look at the chart over here, we start to see that ramp up of the rates going up, which is what led to fixed rates going up, and as a result, prices coming down. So now if we see the 5-year bond yield rates coming down, we should start to see a bit more action in the market, which means more people out there shopping because affordability starts to get better and perhaps prices continue to start to increase. So as a result, if you're in the market, if you've been waiting to get into the market, the 5-year bond yield is what you want to focus on. If you start to see a pattern of that rate coming down, then that means that interest rates are going to start coming down, and perhaps this is an opportunity for you to reach out to your real estate agent and start looking at properties and getting everything in line so you're ready to make that purchase. All right, guys, thank you for watching this week's video. In summary, we spoke about median prices and what's happening in the Durham region. On average, in the Durham region, prices from June to July have decreased by approximately 4%. We spoke about rental rates. Rental rates have stayed fairly stable. Although the number of listings have increased, we're noticing that main floors are still renting for $2,400 a month and basements for $1,800 a month, which is fairly promising. And we quickly took a look at the 5-year bond rate, and we're starting to see that 5-year bond rate come down a little bit, which is a good signal for investors to keep in mind and have their eyes set on. Thank you once again for watching another video on my YouTube channel. If you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell notification button so you're kept up to date with what's going on in the Durham region. If you can also follow my social accounts, my Instagram and my Twitter, that would be great. If you have any questions about this video or this topic, you can drop it in the comment section below. And more than anything, if you want to talk about your personal scenario, you have access to my calendar link below where you can book a call and we can talk about your personal scenario.
You feel alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, might break a backbone. Return of the Mac, the king is back though. Corvette and cash, I never lack those. She saw the stone, you know how that go. Fatality, my diamonds that cold. Versace trunks, I hit my backstroke. Knock on the door, she at the back, bro. All I really take is a little taste. Island girl, blue eyes with a little bass. Here for the thrill, I don't need a chaser. Wanna vibe at the getaway. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, I got the semi-four way. Don't step out the line like this a probate. You hit the line and try to locate. This for the time, got time for no day. War.